So I'm Julie, this is Ron, and we're Planet Art, and we've been making art together for the last 25 years. And we make public art, big public art pieces, but we also do big installations like the piece we're doing at Wentworth Woodhouse at the minute, The Flock.
All people talked about during lockdown was what birds they'd seen in the garden. People would ring me up and say, I've seen a crow in my garden. I was like, have you? I've seen a blue-tit in my garden. Oh, have you? And this thing kept coming back again, birds, birds, birds. They're free, they don't get COVID. And I just thought, my God, let's do a blooming giant tree with a load of birds in. It was as deep as that.
I think everyone's gone a little bit closer to nature as well, because we have spent more time outside. We have been in the outdoors more, and we've just been watching nature and being part of that a lot more. So that's really what sparked the idea of the flock and being part of the flock.
And then, of course, when you complete the circle, it says getting out of our bloody houses again to this giant house and joining the flock again, flying with the flock.
So the Flock by Planet Art is really important to Wentworth Woodhouse because the whole project at Wentworth Woodhouse is about bringing something to the community and for the community with the community. That's what this entire project is about. From the restoration of the buildings to the development of the business that we've got here to the future use of the site. It's all about taking the communities of South Yorkshire and engaging with them and providing opportunities for them and involving them in the work that we're doing. So the flock is very representative of that.
To me, it's those individual acts that all come together to make a big piece. So everyone's made their own little mark, their own little part of this huge installation. So it's those individual stories really is what we like. So it's the stories of Wentworth Woodhouse, what it means to them, why they come to Wentworth Woodhouse, this spectacular house, you know, they celebrate that on the bird. And then also what's happened to them during COVID. So personally, the feelings, the emotions. Some people have had a great time, you know, it's been wonderful, they've spent time with their family, they've been outdoors. For other people who live by themselves, maybe stuck in a block of flats, haven't had open space, it's been a really awful time. So we want to hear those stories, and I suppose it's a bit of therapy for them to tell us those stories. And I think it'll be a bit of social history really about this time, how people have coped with it. So
the final piece will be a giant golden tree on the lawn with 10,000 birds sitting in its branches.
Yeah, all
and
roosting
you can
away.
wander around and find your own bird and read the stories of all the people who've contributed to the piece of art.
Well, we want to make sure that everybody can get involved, and that means people who are coming here to the site, but also people who aren't able to come to the site, or people who are able to contribute and want to be part of it, but aren't physically able to come to this part of the world, perhaps. So there's a number of ways you can get involved. You can come and decorate a bird here in one of our workshops in the garden when you visit the gardens. We're actually going to be distributing them throughout the borough of Rotherham on various distribution dates, and we'll be collecting them back in as well. So that's another way of getting involved. But I think most importantly, there is an option for people to get involved by sponsoring birds. So by making a donation, which allows us to then take those birds out to the members of the community who aren't able to get here. So that could be care homes or schools. So those contributions, those donations are really, really valuable to us, because that's what really allows everybody, regardless of their economic situation, everybody can get involved. So that's really critical to the success of this. And we've got 10,000 birds to decorate, so there's a bird for everybody.